Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome to Dubai, the crown jewel of the Middle East, internationally known for lavish lifestyle, incredible brands, and luxury like no other. Tonight, we fuse that with the most exciting combat sport promotion in the world, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. The first of two epic nights begins now.
Blackout Coffee presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, administered this evening by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight here in the United Arab Emirates with a fight in the lightweight division. Islam Sisbulatov versus Liang Chang. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Chang with a slight reach advantage. That's all we can see here, Sean. 2 inches, that's not that big of a difference for this weight class.
Hello, hello, hello! Dubai! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Stadium, here at the crown jewel of the United Arab Emirates. And welcome to the BKFC debut here in the beautiful city of Dubai, where we present to you the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BKFC 71! We are set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Tonight's fights are regulated by the Mohegan Tribe Athletic Department. Chairman James Gessner. Ringside supervisor in attendance, Mike Mazzulli. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears blue and black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 152.2 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 47 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Cambodia, here is Leang Chang. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black camouflage. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 157.8 pounds. His MMA record stands at 9 victories opposite 3 defeats. And tonight he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Chechnya by way of Austria, here is Islam Sisbulatov. And our referee in charge of the action, Mario Ivanov.
Liang Chang told us, I want to be very explosive throughout. I am definitely willing to make this a rough and rugged fight on the inside. Both fighters up to scratch. Sporting touch of hands, 3 feet apart.
Okay.
Look him up! The bell, round number 1. Camouflage trunks for the Chechnya based in Austria, Islam Sisbulatov. Black and blue trunks for the fighter from Cambodia, Liang Chang.
Sean, I'm seeing no head move from either one of these guys. They just want to stand in front of each other and bang it out.
Overhand right from Sisbulatov. Chang coming forward, takes that left hand. Big right hand, big swings, another overhand left. A left hand again from Sisbulatov. Counter on the inside, and to the half-tie club goes Liang Chang. On the right hand, and that drops Liang Chang.
Those guys have just been banging it out. I'm not sure if he's getting up from. He looks badly hurt.
The count of 9, the count of 10, and in the first BKFC bout in Dubai, the win in round number 1 for Islam Sisbulatov.
So that was just a fantastic start to a fight. Those guys went at it the entire time. Wow, I knew someone was getting knocked out in the first round in this fight after the way you watched it start. You never know. I thought maybe a little slower start, but that was not the case. Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Mario Ivanov, steps in and calls a stop to the fight after reaching the count of 10 at 40 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Islam Sisbulatov.
middleweight division, Lucas Zonkin versus Elnur Suleymanov. The numbers presented by Crypto Fight Game.
And Zonkin with a 1-inch reach advantage, or height advantage, but it's a 3-inch reach advantage, and is the biggest thing that he has going for him in this fight.
Fight fans of Dubai, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division, presented to you by Crypto Fight Game. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 168.6 pounds. His overall bare-knuckle fighting record stands at 7 fights, and tonight makes his official BKFC debut. Fighting out of Azerbaijan, here is Elnur, the Conqueror, Suleymanov. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and red. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, an even 168 pounds. He holds a pro Muay Thai record of 3 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Marl, North Rhine-Westphalia, Germany. Here is Lucas, the Dentist, Zonkin. And our referee in charge of the action, Radoslav Petrov.
Lucas Zonkin told us, I will target the arms and shoulders of Elnur Suleymanov to open up his head, where I feel that I can land one big knockout punch. Round number 1. Black trunks for the German Lucas Zonkin, white trunks for the fighter from Azerbaijan, Elnur Suleymanov. Suleymanov, as he told us in our fighter meeting, immediately to the outside, trying to stay fluid. There's the 1-2 from Zonkin on the step in. Movement of Suleymanov. Overhand right, there's the duck under to the inside.
I like the way Zonkin grabbed his opponent, threw an uppercut, and then got right back into his range.
Zonkin off the jab, looking for that overhand right hand from Orthodox. There's a big swing and a miss from Suleymanov on the overhand right.
And that was very telegraphed. Zonkin was able to move out of the way easily.
High and tight for Lucas Zonkin coming forward. Suleymanov staying on his bike. On the outside, good forward pressure. Now the half-tie plump snatched by Zonkin. In the clinch, separation from referee Radoslav Petrov.
Once again, I like the body work by Zonkin, landed a good right hand to the body.
And on the jab to the body. 2 again for Zonkin, just off the mark. Lead left hook off the mark for Suleymanov.
Suleymanov's coming with some hard shots, but they're pretty telegraphed. He's not setting them up. He needs to throw some jabs, step in closer.
Side headlock position. There's the separation from Petrov. On the restart. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're in the middleweight division. Right hand off the mark from Zonkin. Suleymanov trying to find the wide punches, does so there. Down the left hook, Zonkin walking through it. Forward pressure from Suleymanov. In and out goes Lucas Zonkin. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. Now Suleymanov coming forward, overhand right, left hand. Right hook to the body from Elnur Suleymanov. Switching momentum here in round number 1. Zonkin with the early forward pressure. Now late in round number 1, it's Suleymanov with the forward pressure to the bell. We move to round 2. Called knuckle up from the Bulgarian referee, Radoslav Petrov. International fighting, nature of bare knuckle fighting, in this step-in right hand for the fighter from Azerbaijan, Elnur Suleymanov. That is it! A rapid-fire finish at the start of round number 2, and victory in his BKFC debut for Elnur Suleymanov.
Just saw the opening, then Suleymanov came in with a powerful right hand. That's all she wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Radoslav Petrov, calls a stop to the fight at 14 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by KO, Elnur, the Conqueror, Suleymanov.
In the bantamweight division, Mahmoud Akmed versus Fuad Tarverdi. Our tale of the tape is presented by One Wing Sports.
And Sean, you can see, even though Akmed does have a 2-inch height deficiency, he is 2 inches longer on the reach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Presented to you by One Win Sport. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 134.2 pounds. He holds a pro boxing record of 10 victories opposite 3 defeats, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Azerbaijan, here is Fuad, the Flash Taverdi. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears blue and gray. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. His official weight, an even 136 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Egypt, here is Mahmoud Akmed. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Mahmoud Akmed told us, I'm going to keep throwing body to head. I'm going to keep circling on the outside. Brian Miner bringing both fighters up to scratch. Taverdi now solo on the scratch line. Sporting touch of hands, round number 1. Dark blue and gray trunks for the Egyptian Mahmoud Akmed. Black trunks for the fighter from Azerbaijan, Fuad Taverdi. See the feint from Taverdi. It's again from Taverdi. It's high and tight for Akmed on his back foot. Talk to us about being reactive. He's trying to react now to the forward pressure of Fuad Taverdi, who's being very methodical in the center circle. See the feint. First thought about throwing the overhand right, pulled it back. Good jab again from Taverdi. Good pull on the Akmed overhand right. Swing and a miss. The reset.
Taverdi just stalking his opponent. Hasn't thrown much yet, but it looks like he's setting things up.
Taverdi long on the jab, then the good pull. 60 seconds remaining, round number 1. Extremely measured is Mahmoud Akmed. Extremely measured is his opponent, Fuad Taverdi.
And just look at these feints. This is a beautiful job of really trying to fill your opponent out.
Jab to the body.
They both know you have to be smart in this fight. You can't just go in and wing punches.
See the catches overhand right. There's a clipping right hook. Akmed landed that. The jab goes Fuad Taverdi. Step from Akmed. 25 seconds remaining, round number 1. Jab to the body on the step in.
Akmed's starting to feel it at this point.
Right now in southpaw on the feint step. See the hand fighting. Taverdi staying unorthodox. Second black acknowledged by Brian Miner. Very late here in round number 1. There's the duck under. Right hook just off the mark for Mahmoud Akmed.
Ready? Knuckle.
Round number 2. Fake step from Akmed. Double jab from Taverdi.
I like the explosion. Akmed coming in.
Oh, big swings. There's the left hook getting through from Akmed, and down goes Fuad Taverdi.
Taverdi acting like I wasn't knocked down.
6, 7.
See the protestations from Fuad Taverdi as he takes the mandatory 8 count from Brian Miner.
Let's see if that lights a fire under Taverdi.
Ruled as a knockdown. This swings again from Mahmoud Akmed. Akmed started this fight in ortho, sitting in southpaw. He made that adjustment late in round number 1.
He continues to adjust.
Back to orthodox for the Egyptian Mahmoud Akmed. He slipped from the Azerbaijani Fuad Taverdi and ruled as such by the American Brian Miner. Forward now to the body, and the right hook goes Taverdi.
Taverdi doing a good job of trying to duck on the punches, but he's still getting hit.
Akmed on the right hand. Playfulness now from Mahmoud Akmed.
And if you watch the other fights for Akmed, he does a great job of landing uppercuts.
45 seconds remaining, round 2. Verdi staying on his back foot. Akmed on his front foot. The duck under, there's a big left hand from Mahmoud Akmed. Fake step again from Akmed. Verdi in and out. To the mid-range. See the finger wag from Akmed.
Akmed talking a lot to his opponent. Very confident is Akmed.
But now waving Fuad Verdi forward. Verdi talking right back. On the hook jab from Verdi. Final seconds, round number 2. Mahmoud Akmed versus Fuad Verdi. There is the bell. Round number 3. To the jab goes Fuad Verdi. Jab. It's on the overhand right from Akmed. Much bigger swings, bigger punches landed to this point in the fight, Chris, than from the Egyptian Mahmoud Akmed.
And I like the way Akmed, he's using head movement and exploding in with hard shots.
Jab off the mark from Verdi.
Really pushing off that back foot is Akmed to get inside.
In and out goes the Azerbaijani Fuad Verdi. The right hand from Akmed. Switch of stances in the center circle. Back to orthodox in the overhand right. And then right back to southpaw. Fast rear right hand from Verdi.
Both these guys have excellent head movement.
See the playfulness from Akmed, eluding that leaping left hook of Verdi. Mockingly looking away. Head movement to the mid-range now from Fuad Verdi. Verdi trying to turn up the temperature. There's the counter from Akmed with the right hand.
This is exactly what Verdi needs to do. He needs to corner his opponent and throw bombs, throw some hard shots.
Overhand right. Little elusiveness from Akmed.
And Sean, he is throwing some hard shots, but he needs to turn those under, throw them to the body or some uppercuts. You go over the top, Ahmed's going to dodge them every time.
Ahmed circling out. Told us he would continually circle in this fight. He's done so, but aggressively, not defensively.
And when he's circling close. When you circle far away, you get away. He's not able to land a shot. He wants to get in his own punches, just like you see in this situation.
15 seconds remaining, round number 3. Shuffle step from Mahmoud Akmed. Jab off the mark for Verdi. Right hand off the mark. See more playfulness from Akmed. Next stop, round 4. One knockdown in this fight, although it was disputed by Verdi, but he was dropped by Mahmoud Akmed in round number 2. There's a big step in right hand off of the left hook for Akmed.
There's that great jab that Akmed keeps doing. He leaps in, uses his head movement, push off that back foot and lands hard shots.
Right hand again. Looking for the up jab was Verdi. Fast jab now from Verdi. Jab again.
So there's usually a couple ways to get inside. You can use head movement, you can push off that back foot. Ahmed's doing both.
Right hand on the entry from Mahmoud Akmed.
That's why those punches keep landing.
Right hand. 80 seconds remaining, round number 4 in this bantamweight fight. Right hand from Verdi did not fully turn it over. Chris, we're seeing Fuad Verdi continually pumping the jab and the hook jab. He's just not landing a lot with those punches. That landed that left hand from Akmed.
Well, I did see Verdi try to throw an uppercut for the first time. I think that's going to be a big punch for him.
Continuing to sit on that powerful rear right hand. He's been flowing from southpaw to orthodox. As you see in ortho now, there's the right hand. And right back on cue to southpaw. That was clever. Jabbed in the hook to the body with the right hand from Verdi.
And that's where Verdi's really starting to do better with those uppercuts. You can't get out of the way of an uppercut to the body.
30 seconds remaining, round 4. Both fighters back to the center circle. In and out movement from Fuad Verdi. Right hand, through a naked landing. There's the naked rear left hand from Akmed. Late here in round number 4. That rear left uppercut landed from Mahmoud Akmed. Clever and effective. We move to the 5th and final round. Great sportsmanship. Round 5 underway. Overhand right off the mark from Akmed. There's the aggression, the explosion in from Mahmoud Akmed.
He does that very well. When he explodes in, he lands almost every time.
Verdi to the back foot, left hand. And that's rolled a slip by Brian Miner.
Good call. That was caused by the bodies running into each other, not the punch.
Jab from Tarverdi, not there. Overhand left from Akmed, not there. Flash of heads, and that is ruled a knockdown on the left hand.
That was a left hand, I believe, by Tarverdi.
We are at one knockdown apiece.
That just changes everything, Sean.
Looked to be an accidental clash of heads before the left hand.
Tarverdi's going for the knockout at this point.
Big left hand now landed by Fuad Tarverdi.
Tarverdi feels like this is his opportunity. He can't let it go. Point it on.
One knockdown apiece. Tarverdi opening up. This is the most aggressive that he has been in this fight.
He needs to throw that right uppercut again. That's the open shot.
Akmed now on his back foot. Tarverdi to the body. Akmed trying to time that right uppercut.
And look, Tarverdi not letting his opponent get away, just mirroring the hips, trying to keep him to get away.
Check left hook for Tarverdi. 30 seconds remaining in this fight. The momentum was with Mahmoud Akmed. Now it is fully with Fuad Tarverdi. From Akmed. 15 seconds to go. On the left hand. Left hook right back from Akmed.
These guys have a lot of talk at the end of this fight. I love it.
Step from Akmed. That is the end of the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside send in a split decision. Judge Peabody, 47-46 in favor of Akmed. Judge Ali, 47-46 in favor of Tarverdi. And Judge Jankowiak, 47-46 to the winner by split decision, Mahmoud Akmed.
Our tale of the tape presented by Blackout Coffee for this bout in the heavyweight division. Jaskaran Singh versus Muhammad Ali.
And Singh really liking that huge height advantage, 6'3" at 5'8", but it's more that 8-inch reach advantage. He knows Ali's got to get inside, land those powerful shots to try and tie up. Singh's got to make it pay for trying to do so.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division, presented to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and orange. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 238 1/2 pounds. He is an MMA veteran of 29 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Alexandria, Egypt, by way of Dubai, UAE. Here is Mohamed Flex Ali. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and blue. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 224.4 pounds. He is a boxing veteran of 16 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Punjab, India. Here is Jaskaran Jassi Singh. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Jaskaran Singh told us, I know that Muhammad Ali is coming forward aggressively. I will negate his aggressive forward pressure with my strong and fast
Total
jab.
line, gentlemen, total line.
Singh 6'3", Ali 5'9". Both fighters up to scratch.
Knuckle.
Round number 1. Black and blue trunks for the Indian, Jaskaran Singh. Black and orange trunks for the Egyptian, based here in Dubai, Muhammad Ali. Immediately active with his lead hand. Back on the right hand. There's the forward pressure on the uppercut from Ali. Big uppercuts to the knockdown.
boxing match did Singh. He thinks he didn't train much of the clinch. You have to be ready for that when it comes to BKFC.
Mandatory 8 count given to Singh by Brian Miner. The assessment, Singh was looking to his corner.
I'm not sure he knows he's in a bare knuckle fight. He thinks this is a boxing match.
Ali on the left hand, Ali back to the inside, exactly where he wants to be, and knockdown number 2.
Singh has got to start moving. He can't stand in front of his opponent and take those shots. Utilize his boxing skills. Move around. Fight's over.
This fight is over, and an emphatic victory for Muhammad Ali in round number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 59 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Mohamed Flex Ali.
In the middleweight division, Abouakari Huari versus Vladivv. The numbers presented by World League of Fighters.
And you can see here, Sean, even though Leang is 3 inches shorter than his opponent, he has a 1-inch reach advantage. Still everything pretty similar, but I like it when he's a shoulder guy, he can land those overhand rights.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Proudly presented to you by the World League of Fighters. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, his official weight 173.2 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Sofia, Bulgaria, here is the undefeated Mladen And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and green. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 171.8 pounds. He holds an MMA record of 6 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Media, Algeria, here is Abouakari Huari. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Leandro told us, I know that my opponent, Abouakari Huari, is very explosive. He also utilizes very effective, unpredictable movements. I have to stay aware throughout. Round number 1. Camouflage trunks for the Algerian, Abouakari Huari. White and black trunks for the Bulgarian, Leang. Inside. To the mid-range for Leang. Leang, big uppercuts. Now to the inside and to the body. Hard with the left hand goes Leang.
Sure. It keeps coming off. I can't have it on there. Every time I get to the ring, it's catching on the ropes.
Huari resetting on the outside, hands high and tight. Exploding forward on a rear uppercut to the body.
Huari coming in with hard, powerful shots from odd angles.
Ooh, overhand right. Brian Miner indicating that was a slip as Leang fell into the ring ropes. 120 remaining, round number 1. Left to the body from Leang. Leang in and out.
Both these guys are throwing for the knockout. As soon as they land one of these shots, it's going to be a problem for the other game.
Huari staying on the outside, waiting for Leang to come in, then trying to time his counter, but there's a big right hand. Leang first effectively with that right hand entry.
Huari took it very well. That was a powerful shot.
Leang to the jab, pulled it back mid-flight. And out, big left hook to the body. Counter right hand from Huari, right hand to the body from Leang. There's the jab. That was effective.
Huari took that well. Again, man, he's taking some massive shots.
We're seeing real creativity and movement and striking from both. Step in jab on cue from Leang.
I feel like Huari is a little slowed down and hurt from that last little series.
25 seconds remaining, round number 1. Overhand right. Stalking pressure now from Leang.
Leang looked like he wanted to work the body a little bit. I'd like to see him do that at this point. Man, he's headhunting.
Final seconds, round number 1.
He's got the nose bloodied of Huari, so I understand why he wants to keep trying to work that.
We move to round 2. Call of Knuckle up emphatically from Brian Miner. Immediately to the front foot, the forward pressure. The Bulgarian Leang. The left hand. Oh, left to the body, and there is the knockdown.
And he is badly hurt.
The count of 9, the count of 10, and just like that, Leang now 2-0 in BKFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Brian Miner, steps in calling a stop to this fight after reaching the count of 10 at 23 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by KO, Mladen Elnur.
In the lightweight division, Leandro Martins versus Akmed Hayeri. The numbers presented by the scandalous Enter Energy brand.
Okay, Sean, and Martins having a 2-inch height advantage, but also a 3-inch reach advantage. He wants to utilize that in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by The Scandalist. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, his official weight, an even 153 pounds. He holds an undefeated MMA record at 4-0, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Egypt, here is Akmed Hayeri. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and white trimmed in gold. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, his official weight, an even 154 pounds. He holds an MMA record of 11 fights and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, here is Leandro Martins. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Akmed Hayeri told us, I will use Leandro Martins' aggression against him and finish him with a hard counter strike. Round number 1. Backwards off from scratch to start this fight. Black and white trunks is the Brazilian Leandro Martins. Mid-range in the black trunks, the Egyptian Akmed Hayeri. Body goes Hayeri. Martins on the outside. Interesting start, Chris, for Martins. Purposefully took himself immediately backwards off of scratch.
And Hayeri's really not trying to counter. He's coming forward aggressive. So much for our meeting.
Martins trying to work the jab from southpaw. You see Hayeri, high tight striking guard and orthodox. Deep bend from Martins. Right hand, there's the left hook from Hayeri, left hand again. 1:15 remaining, round number 1. We're in the lightweight division. Left hand, right hand on the turn, big left hand, big swings from Hayeri, and down goes Martins.
That landed flush. Martins is hurt.
6.
Oh, he hopped up quickly.
Up at 7 is Leandro Martins, taking the mandatory 8 count from Dan Mergliata. Brazilian Martins cut corner of his left brow.
He better tie his opponent up.
Forward immediately, high volume comes the Egyptian Akmed Hayeri.
Martins is still hurt. He needs to tie him up if he gets the opportunity. I know he landed a good punch there. He cannot get too confident.
Big swings from Hayeri. There's the jab from Martins. Rear right uppercut. Big right hand from Martins. Hayeri forward again. High tight striking guard. The right hand getting through from Hayeri. Another right hand. Big left hand. That definitely wobbled Martins.
Martins, this is what I was talking about. He better grab his opponent. He's landing good punches in there, but he's eating way too many.
There's the naked 2, then the left hand. Big swings from the pocket. Rear right uppercut just before the bell from Hayeri. Then it's the first round.
Ready? Buckle up.
Number 2 underway. In to start round number 1, Martins taking himself backwards off from scratch. Hayeri immediately to the mid-range. To the body from Martins, not there. Overhand right, not there. Stalking pressure from Akmed Hayeri. Emery now mirroring the hits of Martins. And right hand, there's the 1-2 right back from Martins.
Emery doing the best work when he comes forward. He talked about countering, doesn't need to, he's coming forward aggressively.
And Martins told us, I expect a very fast and aggressive start from Akmed. I think he will slow down. If and when this fight progresses, we have progressed into round number 2. But a big round number 1 for Emery, dropping Leandro Martins. 1:10 remaining round 2. With the right hand from Emery. There's the right hand and the left hook. Huge right hand, and that is the second knockdown recorded by Emery.
Those were some clean shots. Knocked the mouthpiece out of his opponent. Marcheri just, he ate a lot of hard shots there.
Mandatory 8 from Dan Mergliano. Excellent refereeing. Mouthpiece retrieved back in.
Martins cannot just trade and take those shots.
Overhand right.
He needs to get off first, come forward, push his opponent backwards. He can't just wait for his opponent to come forward.
Martins on his back foot, throwing the long jabs. There's the right hand getting through for Martins. Mouthpiece out. 1-1. Dislodged mouthpieces.
They're not on knockdowns, though. Martins been knocked down twice. He's got to get some of those back if he wants to have any chance.
Now 2-1 on the mouthpieces, and it's 2-0 on the knockdown count in favor of Ahmed Emery.
Martins has got to get something going. Coming forward is when he does his best work. So he can't sit there and wait to count.
The left hand, big left hand again from Ahmed Emery. Martins resetting. Martins cut outside of his right eye, outside of his left brow. Martins coming forward. Next up, round 3. In our fighter meeting, Leandro Martins told us, if this fight goes to round number 3, that is when I will really turn up my pressure, turn up my tempo. The start of round number 3.
Let's see if he can, because Harry doesn't seem that tired of this.
Faster start off from scratch from Leandro Martins in round 3 than we saw from him in round 1 and 2. Explosive entry from Emery. He's been consistent with that throughout this fight.
Both these guys, when they're throwing too straight, they're throwing these wide hooks. When they land, ooh, they're doing damage.
Emery stepping forward on the left hand. Big right hook from Ahmed Emery. Emery to the body with the downward 2. That was clever. To the jab. Stepping left hand and the right hand from Martins. Big swings in the pocket. Left hand, right hand. Knockdown number 3.
4, 5,
You just see, look at Martins' his face. He's dejected. He's not getting, is he getting up?
9.
Up at 9 is Leandro Martins. Now time called by Dan Mergliano.
His nose. Let's see if they let this keep going.
Medical timeout. First appearance of the evening.
That's it.
The BKFC Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Don Muzzi, who ends this fight and victory in his BKFC debut with emotion for Ahmed Emery.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliano, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute, 1 second into round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Ahmed Emery.
Live in Dubai, and we now move to a very intriguing fight in the welterweight division. The numbers presented by Rasha for Adel Altamimi versus Davi Mora.
And Altamimi is 2 inches shorter, however, has a 2-inch reach advantage. Very intriguing matchup for this fight, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Presented to you by Russia, the official recovery and performance partner of BKFC. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears purple and gold. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 164.8 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Madrid, Spain. Here is the undefeated Davi Mora. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears gold and leopard print trimmed in black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 165 1/2 pounds. He is an MMA veteran of 15 fights and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, by way of Iraq, here is Adel Kyokushin Altamimi. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
BKFC World Heavyweight Champion with his strap, Ben Rothwell.
Ready?
In attendance here in Dubai, round number 1. The Iraqi, now based in the United States, Adel Altamimi, is in the black and white trunks and an aggressive start. On his back foot, the Spaniard. In the purple trunks, Davi Mora. Now this clever turn from Mora in the clinch. Again, 18 pro MMA bouts for Mora, 15 for Altamimi. Both fighters very confident in the clinch with leverage with pressure. There's the hook jab from Mora. There's the extended guard from Altamimi he talked to us about. Left hook from Mora. More unorthodox, Altamimi in southpaw. Very extended guard for Altamimi. Up and down Davi Mora. There's the entry right hand, hard into the clinch on the over-under. That gets the separation from Brian Miner.
Altamimi's done a good job of landing a couple hard right hands on his entry.
Very soft warning given by Miner to Altamimi. Much to the back of Mora's head. And right hand from Davi Mora. Both fighters very fast. And the level change, entry left hand, right hand, counter. Right hand from Mora. Reach around punches now from Davi Mora in the clinch on the underhook.
And Mora's getting more and more used to those overhand rights coming.
Altamimi just complained to Miner on the reach around punch. But that was legal. It targeted the ear and it landed in the right ear of Altamimi. 30 seconds remaining, round number 1. Explosive entry again. There's the left hand that turns from Mora. Reach around punches again from Davi Mora.
Altamimi continuing to talk about these back of the head punches.
That's a hard warning in referee speak from Brian Miner. He now said to Davi Mora, I'm not warning you again. Punches to the back of the head.
Only the first round that could be a big problem.
On the left hand. Mora landed that flush. Final seconds, round number 1. There is the bell. With fighters towing the line up to scratch, round number 2. Forward immediately off of scratch. Adel Altamimi. The right hand, counter right hand from Mora. Quick on the turn. There's a punch late from the double underhooks. It was a fight on from Brian Miner. Fair play.
And that's exactly what Altamimi needs to do. His opponent put his hands up. Referee didn't break it.
Despite the protestations of Davi Mora, there was no call of break from Brian Miner on the double unders.
It might be a good thing. Maybe that will get Mora out of his comfort zone and make him come in and throw hard shots.
Big swings, there's the counter. Altamimi turning 360 and now resetting. 80 seconds remaining, round number 2. The fighters throwing naked right hands. Altamimi resetting in southpaw. Of the open-chested stance, now the turn. There's the right hand, heavy in the clinch on the overhook from Adel Altamimi. Gets the separation from Brian Miner. Mora feigning with the right hand, off of the jab. Whipping left hand from Mora.
Fantastic counter. He waited for Altamimi to come in and just do a nice counter.
Mimi exploding forward again off of the 1-2.
That's a problem. Altamimi just rushing straight in, not coming from an angle, not coming in behind a jab.
Separation from the double overhooks of Adel Altamimi. 25 seconds remaining, round 2. Two very talented welterweights, two very fast welterweights. Chris, clearly 2 welterweights who understand how to fight bare knuckle in the clinch. There's the right hand. Both fighters to the canvas. Ruled a double slip immediately by Brian Miner. Left hand. Wow. And that is ruled as a knockdown by Brian Miner.
And Mora was just staring at the referee when that happened. He was not ready at all. That's a huge turn of events.
Here come the boos. Brian Miner
You can see Altamimi wants to get in and land one more finishing blow. He's coming forward, ready to throw these knockout punches. More, ready to counter.
We're trying to counter with the downward two. Now resets an orthodox overhand right, swing and a miss from Adel Altamimi.
Altamimi's got to come in behind something, not just these naked overhand rights and left hooks. He's got to come in with some jab. And Moore is too tough and counters too well.
Moore, very tall stance in the center circle. Now moving to the outside, overhand right again lands from Altamimi. In the clinch, overhook, snatched by Davi. Moore, separation from Brian Miner. 120 remaining round 3. Right swelling under Adel Altamimi's right eye. Adel Altamimi continues to be the aggressor in this fight. Davi Moore continues with backwards, laterally circling, trying to time the counters. Explosions to the clinch.
And I like when Altamimi comes with some feints, some level changes, something besides just coming straight in.
Big right hand, that is clean. That is knockdown number 2.
Definitely a clean right hand. But like I said, it's when he throws these feints, these level changes, that makes Moore hesitate. Look, where's he coming from? Doesn't see the punch move.
We'll see how hard now Altamimi goes for the finish. There is the answer. And this fight is over. Victory in his bare knuckle fighting championship debut for Adel Altamimi.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Brian Miner, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 28 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by KO, Adel Kyokushin Altamimi.
The numbers for this heavyweight bout presented by One Win Sport for Alexei Olenek versus Geronimo dos Santos.
I mean, Sean, I don't even care what these numbers say from the tilted. Did you see that? Weigh in, these guys are huge. Oh my God, when Geronimo tried to take his shirt off, he couldn't even get it off. He's so big. He could have just flexed it, would have ripped off. These two guys are going to go to war. It's going to be an amazing fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by One Win Sport. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, 264.2 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 74 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Feira de Santana, Bahia, Brazil. Here is Geronimo Mondragon dos Santos. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, an even 234 pounds. He is also in possession of a true MMA veteran's record with 80 fights. And tonight makes his highly anticipated BKFC debut. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia. Here is Alexei, the boa constrictor. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Margliata.
Alexei Olenek told us, I have never been a body puncher. I will not start now. I will be throwing power punches to the head of Geronimo dos Santos. Full handshake, both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. Black trunks. Red hand wraps for the Brazilian. Geronimo dos Santos, there's the entry. Black trunks, blue hand wraps for the Russian, the Ukrainian, the Soviet, Alexei Olenek. Holding his stance, Olenek.
Olenek said he might.
Big right hand.
Oh. Olenek needs to be inside, trying to wear his big, strong opponent down. Early, dos Santos is going to be very dangerous.
Got more big shots now on the inside from Geronimo dos Santos. Clever turn, short punches in the clinch. Working out and telling Olenek, watch the punch through the back of dos Santos' head.
It's his first part of the fight where dos Santos is going to be very, very dangerous. Olenek needs to get in and wear him down and do that good inside work, that clinch.
Olenek Lowering his stance. Working to the mid-range. There's the entry. Big rear right uppercut. Timed well by Dos Santos. Heavy in the clinch. Separation from Murgliata.
There's that hard warning you talked about. Don't hit him in the back of the head.
The great Jack Reese says, silent warning, soft warning, hard warning, point. Accidental clash of heads, we fight on.
Ready? Buckle up.
40 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this heavyweight fight. Combined 154 pro MMA bouts for Alexio Olenek and Geronimo Dos Santos, both men in this, their BKFC debut.
You can tell Olenek disagreed with it. He didn't think he was the one clinching.
Huge overhand right, and down goes Alexio Olenek.
That's it. That's it. He's not getting up. I don't think he's counting. That's it.
Murgliata breaks up his count and a massive one-punch knockout win for Geronimo Dos Santos.
And as soon as Dos Santos landed that, he walked away and put his hand up. He knew the fight was over. I think everyone knew that fight was over. You saw the way Olenek fell, landed. If you land that big right hand, that's all you need. Dos Santos is a massively strong individual with huge punching power, and it was all displayed with that right hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Murgliata, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 49 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Geronimo Mondragon Dos Santos.
The numbers presented by Blackout Coffee. For this, our feature fight set for the middleweight division, Savahasi versus Johnny Tello.
And Hamasi having a 4-inch height and reach advantage he wants to utilize. He wants to make Tello pay for trying to get in to land those shots.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for our feature fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Presented to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 175.8 pounds. His overall bare knuckle fighting record stands at 2 victories opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Pattaya, Thailand, by way of Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Here is Johnny El Toro Tello. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white and black. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 175.8 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 29 fights and holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, USA. Here is the undefeated Saba, the Sleek Sheep Hamasi. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Murgliata.
Johnny Tello told us, I have to establish my counter strikes. I cannot allow Hamasi to quickly establish his power punches. Round number 1. White trunks for the American Savahasi. Black trunks for the Canadian based in Thailand, Johnny Tello. Big swings immediately from Hamasi on the left hand. Got staggered Tello, he resets. Hamasi to the mid-range. Hands high and tight for Savahasi. Hamasi feigning with the right hand. Big left hand on the inside. On the overhand right. Tello to the body.
Right, no strikes, no strikes.
Right headlock, reaching around the back. Hamasi, that gets the separation from Murgliata.
Hamasi just ready to go, raring, trying to come forward immediately.
That is a hard jab from Savahasi. Big shots to the body with the right hand. Swing and a miss with the lead left hook from Tello. Tello on his back foot, Hamasi on his front foot.
And jabs were really effective for Hamasi.
Hard left hand, overhand right on the step in from Hamasi. 70 seconds remaining, round number 1. Overhand right again. Tello playing a lot of defense. Hamasi playing all offense.
It's just target practice right now.
Tello trying to find the counters. Tello now coming forward off the left hook. Swing and a miss. Turns 180, the right hand. From the half-time pump. Big shots. Tello Took those exceedingly well. Homasi drilling the right uppercut.
Very impressed with the chin from Tello, who took a lot of hard shots in that tackle.
Homasi from the center circle. The orthodox stance against the southpaw stance of Tello. Swing and a miss, downward 2 from Homasi. Stiff jab again. Tello continues to awkwardly blink his left eye. It was the jab of Homasi, Chris, early in round 1. Go forward now to the body. Short left hand from Homasi. 10-second clock late here in round number 1 of our feature fight here in the middleweight division. Homasi on the jab again. Right hand, left after the bell, no complaint from Tello, no worries from Dan Mergliano. We move to round 2. Round 2 underway.
You have to think Tello's got to know that eye's swelling. He better do something very quickly in this fight.
Homasi aggressively to the mid-range. Tello on the outside. Left hook and right not landed from Homasi. Rather from Tello. It did momentarily take Homasi off the striking line. Homasi to the inside, left hand, duck under, swing and a miss.
Homasi's coming with knockout punches. He's trying to finish this fight right now.
Big right hand again from Homasi. Tello, to his credit, continuing the swing. Ripping up Homasi, getting the separation.
This sees the way Homasi's throwing his opponent around. Just a superior strength.
Now peace out. Time called by Dan Mergliano. Mouthpiece in, no histrionics, right back to it.
Knuckle up, timing.
The mouthpiece is the MMA way, not the boxing way here in BKFC.
Water, we don't need that.
The mouthpiece back in, right back to it, right back to the inside from the overhook for Homasi. He's landed some massive shots, and to his credit, Johnny Tello has taken some massive shots. The defense is not a scoring criteria.
Eating punches is not easy.
Big right hand, left hand. Right uppercut, flipping left hand from Homasi. On the inside, big right hand from Homasi. The step out, the step in. Clinical now from Homasi. 35 seconds remaining round 2.
Tello just eating those shots and keep fighting. Amazing.
Tello definitely showing tremendous heart, character, still throwing.
What is that? I mean, he doesn't even seem to be that hurt from those shots.
Homasi, though, in full control of this fight. Nothing decided yet. Overhand right, left hand. Tello to the inside, left hand, halftime block.
This is Tello's best series, throwing some hard shots in these inside.
Uppercuts to the body with the right hand from Johnny Tello. Mergliano keeping this fight moving. Tello exploding in with the right hand. We move to round 3. Tello told us, I know the heavy pressure, the heavy punches are coming from Homasi. I have to keep effectively countering. Round number 3. It's a step of Tello to start the 3rd round. There's a jab from Homasi, left hand, right hook to the body from Tello. Over on the level chain. Left hook, right hand, big left hook. Tello starting to land in the pocket, back to the outside.
Tello landing, but he doesn't seem to have the power at this point to hurt Homasi.
Mergliano showing Homasi. Can't legally hit a head chancery or a guillotine. Watch the control of the neck. Step in right hand from Tello.
It doesn't seem he has the power at this point, but you keep landing shots, they add up.
Right hand, there's a clipping left hook from Homasi in reply. Big right hand, left hand, mouthpiece out. Time called by Mergliano. Mouthpiece right back in.
Back up. Ready? Timing.
Twice in this fight, Homasi has punched out Tello's mouthpiece. 70 seconds remaining round 3. Left hook. Deeper swelling now under Homasi's left eye. Johnny Tello pulling himself back into this fight. Rear right uppercut from Tello now to the clinch chest.
And Homasi looks a little bit tired. I mean, he's thrown so many hard shots, all that takes out of you just by throwing those punches.
Stiff jab, big left hook from Tello. Tello now fully trying to seize the momentum. The floor to the body from Tello on the right hand. Big shots to the inside. Best sequence of the fight for Johnny Tello. From the halftime point, the right hand. Homasi nearly turned his back. Right hand, left hand, swinging in the center of Homasi. Fingers touched, and that is ruled as a knockdown by Dan Mergliano.
Oh, and he goes back down, tired, he's exhausted. in this round, if Hamasi's able to pick up the pace and land some powerful shots.
Strong rounds 1 and 2 for Savahasi. Johnny Tello dropping Hamasi in round 3. Oh, big left hand, overhand right.
And the sport's totally different when you're tired.
Step in with the left hand, Johnny Tello. Right hand again, more big shots to the inside for Tello. Tello on the left hook, right hand.
This is not where Hamasi wants to be. He needs to tie up and make the referee break the fight back up.
From the underhook, nearly a whizzer hit by Hamasi. There's a left hand, definitely hit clean to the jaw from Tello. This was one-way traffic for Hamasi. Now this is one-way traffic for Johnny Tello. Hamasi trying to counter with his back against the ropes. Ferocious shots on the uppercut from Tello. And knockdown number 2.
Hamasi's just gassed, Sean. He has no answer for the pressure, the relentless pressure from Tello at this point. But Tello looks pretty tired now, too.
Uppercut landed, left hook. Rear right uppercut just off the mark. Hamasi off the canvas, swinging big. Tello swinging big to the body on the inside. Relentless pressure from Johnny Tello. Tello right hook to the body. On the left hand, clipping left hand, right hand from Hamasi. Heavy pressure on the inside from Johnny Tello. Left hand, right uppercut.
Hamasi's just taking too many shots at this point.
Right uppercut again. Leandro taking a really close look.
As he should. I mean, Hamasi can't even get his hands up at this point.
Right hand again, left hand. There's the right hand. Tello walking through that. Heavy pressure from Tello on Hamasi. Hamasi coming forward. Tello exploding forward off the left hand. Both fighters resetting in the center circle, right to the body from Hamasi. We move to the 5th and final round. To the 5th and final round we go. Stepping left hand from Tello, now circling to the outside.
You see who has more pep in his step is Tello. Hamasi has to get the knockdown in this round.
Big right hand from Hamasi. Hamasi turning up the temperature from the halftime plug. Deeper swelling in and around Hamasi's right eye. Deeper swelling in and around the left eye of Johnny Tello. On the left hand. Short, effective shovel uppercuts now from Tello.
Hamasi's got to tie his opponent up. Overhook, do something, grab his head.
Right hand on the turn. Separation from Leandro. Smear of blood under Hamasi's left eye. Leaping left hook in for Tello. Level change for Tello. 70 seconds remaining in our feature fight. Fight of the year candidate to this point. Left hook landed by Tello.
That's the 3rd time the mouthpiece came out.
Time called by Leandro, and then squatting immediately. Savahasi taking the rest anywhere he can find it. Left hand by Tello with mouthpiece in.
Hamasi has got to try and get a knockdown or knock the mouthpiece out. Ooh.
Short left hand from Tello. Left hand again from Johnny Tello.
Looks like that's the 4th time the mouthpiece has fallen out for Tello.
Hand trap from Savahasi. Mouthpiece in again. Hamasi coming forward, long jab from Tello. Long jab from Hamasi, right hand just off the mark. This fight is phenomenal. Left hook to the body from Tello. Driving pressure from Hamasi. Overhook snatched by Tello. This grip up from Hamasi gives the separation from Leandro.
The last chance for Hamasi to get a knockdown. If he doesn't do something, he's not going to win this fight.
Stretch drive. Hamasi walking through the left hook of Tello. The overhook of Savahasi. Short left hands to the head. Left hook to the head from Tello. The right hand, the duck under the turn. On the right hand, that is the end of a truly phenomenal fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in Dubai, we have all just witnessed one of the greatest fights in BKFC history. Let's have a round of applause for these amazing middleweight warriors. After a hard-fought 5 rounds, our judges at ringside scored the fight 48-45, 47-46, and 48-45 to the winner by unanimous decision, Johnny El Toro.
this hour, co-main event of the evening. For the BKFC Women's Strawweight World title, the champion Britain Hart versus Ty Emery. They are presented by Crypto Fight Game.
And Britain Hart has a 5-inch height advantage, but only a 2-inch reach advantage. Ty Emery feels like that's an advantage versus he can land those overhand shots.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the undisputed BKFC Women's World Strawweight Championship. Presented to you by Crypto Fight Game. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight she wears black and white. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. Her official weight, 114.6 pounds. Her overall bare-knuckle fighting record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Dubai, UAE, by way of Gladstone Central, Queensland, Australia. Here is the challenger, Ty Emery. And across the ring, her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight she wears multicolors. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. Her official weight, 114.4 pounds. Her true BKFC veterans record stands at 9 victories opposite 3 defeats. She is your reigning, defending, undisputed BKFC World Strawweight Champion, fighting out of Danville, Virginia, USA. Here is Britain Hart. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Ty Emery told us, quote, Britain Hart is absolutely fearless in this fight. I will be absolutely fearless as well. The American Britain Hart, the reigning champion. The challenger from Australia, based here in Dubai, Ty Emery. Both at the scratch, standing 3 feet apart.
You ready? You ready?
Round number 1, fast start off of scratch for Ty Emery. She's in the white and black trucks, big strikes from Emery. Multicolored trucks for the champion Britain Hart. There's the left hand from Emery.
You can tell Ty Emery, one of her game plans, she has to make her opponent respect her punching power immediately.
Long straight punches from Hart. Trying to stay on the outside, off of the jab, overhand right, looking for the entry again, Ty Emery. Emery on the right hand. Overhand right in reply. Straight punches forward from Ty Emery. Hart, you see the high shield guard landing the left hand. Hart extending the forearm from orthodox. Emery on the turn right hand. Hart trying to find her long jab, walking through that jab, Ty Emery. Ferocious start to this title fight. On the right hand, left hand. Chris Emery throwing big early stages with literally every punch.
Both girls bloody already, Chang. These girls are going at it.
Britain Hart cut, corner of her right eye, now to the body goes Britain Hart in the clinch. The separation from Dan Mergliata. Again, the entry on the naked 2. There's the jab to Ty Emery. Overhand right from Britain Hart. The jab from Emery. Straight rear right hand from Britain Hart. Hart on the jab. Emery on the lead left hook.
Emery is just in her face the entire time, but Britain Hart is just, like we were talking about, Sean, she's a dog.
Hart to the body. Emery to the body on the downward 2. Both fighters having their moments here in round number 1. But applying most of the pressure is Ty Emery. Hart landing through fluidity and footwork on the counter. Now to the body goes Britain Hart.
Great body shots by Britain Hart.
That is the end of round number 1. Two of the best fighters in all of BKFC, two of the biggest personalities in all of BKFC. That start off from scratch for Emery in round 2, just as she did to start this fight. Right hook. Long straight jab from Britton Hart. Overhand right again. Hart to the body. That was clever.
Britton throwing so many punches, making it difficult for Emery to get in there with power shot.
Right hook landed from Hart. Emery walking through that to the mid-range. Hart trying to land on her back foot. Can't just off the mark from Emery. Hart trying to stay long on those straight punches. Emery trying to solve the distance to the mid-range.
She's trying to get inside this time, but Hart doing a great job of making her pay each time she tries to get close.
Lead left hook from Emery. Straight 1-2 from Hart. Overhand right from Emery. Right hand again. The inside, nearly an accidental clash of heads. Sweet fight on, left hand, right hand. On the straight hand now, Hart countering. Hart off the double jab. Emery resetting in the center circle. Hart again cleverly to the body. Sweeping left hook from Emery.
Every time Hart gets hit with a hard punch, she comes right back.
50 seconds remaining, round number 2. Emery now trying to mirror the hits of the champion Britton Hart, left hand. Moving left again from Emery. She's trying to use that wide punch as the entry. Good pull from Hart. Hart to the body. 1-2 from Britton Hart. Long and straight. Downward 2 from Emery. 1-2 again from Hart. Hart dipping her head to the inside. Really a side headlock. Inside headlock. Separation from Mohamed. Relentless forward pressure. Stalking from Emery. Relentless on the multiple jabs. Britton Hart. Left hand. Big swing from Hart. Clipping left hook. The bell. That's the end of round 2.
All right, go to line. Ready.
Britton Hart told us in our fighter meeting, constant in and out movement. It's been such relentless forward pressure from Emery. Hart has largely been on the outside. Round number 3 fully underway. There's the right hand and the downward right hand to reply from Hart after Emery landed. Three punches again. Three right uppercut. Both fighters continue to have their moments, Chris. Right pull back mid-flight. Emery. Emery on the long jab. Hart on the lead left hook. Straight jab from Britton Hart. Hart trying to stay at the full end of her reach. Emery continually trying to solve that reach of Britton Hart. 80 seconds remaining, round number 3. Forward again off the left hand comes the Australian Emery. To race to the American champion Britton Hart. Down to the body from Emery. Side to side from Hart. Hart off the jab to the body from Emery. Chris, both fighters do literally everything well, and they're doing everything well in this fight.
So fast, so accurate. So difficult to do with that kind of pressure, that kind of hand speed.
Straight jab from Emery. Swing and a miss. Hart to the inside. There's the in and out from Britton Hart into the clinch. Half-time one, snatched by Emery. Good referee from Bergliata, letting that continue with a good jab on the exit from Emery. Good jab from Britton Hart.
And that's been the difference. Emery's really starting to land that jab. That will set up that too.
20 seconds remaining, round number 3 of our co-main. Simultaneous jabs. There's the 1-2-2 from Britton Hart. Long jab again, more straight punches from Hart. Really a back fist from Emery. No worries, we fight on. It was unintentional. The right hand. We're through 3 rounds. Bergliata pulling both fighters up to scratch. Round number 4. Immediately forward off of scratch with the right hand comes Emery. Emery to the body, Hart to the head with the right hand. Long jab on the inside, right hand and the exit. Big swings to start round number 4 from both the champion Hart and the challenger Emery. Mouthpiece out.
Oh, give me one in the corner. I'm not good at this.
It's not the mouthpiece. It's the hair tie. That's the delay.
And look at Bergliata. He fixed it. That's impressive.
Smile on the face of Dan Mergliano, right back to it. Moment of levity, right back to intensity for both. Double jab from Britton Hart. Left hand, right hand, there's the right hook from Emery. Emery on the long jab. Blood flowing freely. Hart cut corner of her left eye. 120 remaining, round number 4, big right hand. Downward 2 just off the mark from Emery. Straight jab from Hart. Emery continuing to time those naked twos, the rear right hand without the jab on the entry, just like that on cue. And then the right hand in reply from Britton Hart on the turn.
And nobody can seem to really gain control of this fight. It's back and forth the entire time.
But flowing freely now. The cut in the left brow of Ty Emery. Swing and a miss. Good sidestep from Hart.
It's just that pressure the entire time.
There's the right hand on the turn. Straight right hand from Hart.
And Hart just countered. That was fantastic. She waited for her opponent to throw a punch, and she countered with a hard right hand.
Emery coming forward off the left hook. There's the jab from Britton Hart. Long range jab from Emery. Both fighters back to the center circle. Forward pressure again. Turn step from Britton Hart off the right hand. Jab to the body from Ty Emery. You're seeing the skill set from both Hart and Emery. You're seeing the creativity and striking and movement from both Hart and Emery. Lane here in round number 4. Right hands right to the body as we move to the 5th and final round.
Ready? You ready? Let's go.
Emery forward immediately, big right hand.
And that's what Ty really needs. She needs something positive.
Looked at it, jab, clever from Hart. Clever step in left hand from Emery. Emery on a big right hand. There's that naked 2 again.
But, I mean, Hart, every time she gets hit, she doesn't seem to be deterred. She keeps coming forward.
Left hand, right hand, the flurry. Side headlock, snatched defensively by Emery. There's the framing from Britton Hart. Hart to the body. Half-time bump snatched by Ty Emery. Double under skips the separation from Mergliano. 125 remaining in our co-main. Hart on the lateral movement, right hand, big swings for both fighters. Emery on the jab. Right cross to the body from Britton Hart. Congested right hand from Emery.
Ty Emery talked about landing some of the body. She really should have did that a little bit more because it's a little too late. But man, Britton Hart just keeps moving the entire time.
On the jab. Emery forward again. Both fighters showing incredible skill set. Both fighters showing incredible tenacity. Overhand right off the mark. Straight punches again from Hart.
Good counters by Britton Hart.
And then the stiff jab from Ty Emery. Right hand from Hart. Stretched right now of our co-main world title fight. We're on the jab, stalking pressure. Hart resetting from the back foot to the front foot. On the jab, right hand, left hand on the fly from Hart, left hand. Half-tie bomb now from Emery. See the patience of Mergliano in the clinch. Separation from Mergliano. Both fighters looking for one more significant sequence. One more significant punch. There's the right hand from Britton Hart to bell. And that is the end of a phenomenal world title fight co-main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a round of applause for these 2 warriors. After completing the scheduled 5 championship rounds, our judges at ringside scored the fight 48-47, 50-45, and 48-47 to the winner by unanimous decision. And still undisputed BKFC World Strawweight Champion, Britton Hart!
This is your main event. Tail of the tape, presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
For the BKFC Welterweight World title, the champion Austin Trout versus Carlos Trinidad-Snake.
Trinidad-Snake with the 2-inch height advantage, but it's that 5-inch reach advantage he wants to utilize. Feels like if he can stay long, stay outside, lay that uppercut, he has a good chance of winning this title.
With our BKFC fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app from the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Stadium for day number 1 of the historic first ever 2-day bare knuckle fighting extravaganza in the Pearl of the Persian Gulf. Fight fans of Dubai, let's knuckle up! Introducing you first. Fighting into the red corner, tonight he wears blue. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 164.4 pounds. His record inside the squared circle is perfect at 6-0. Here is the undefeated #1 challenger, fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, and proudly representing the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska, Carlos Trinidad-Snake! And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears blue and silver. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, an even 165 pounds. He is a true world-class professional boxing veteran of 43 fights and stands undefeated in the squared circle at 3-0. He is the former WBA light middleweight world champion and your reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed BKFC World Welterweight Champion, fighting out of Houston, Texas, USA, by way of Las Cruces, New Mexico, Austin! No doubt, Trout!
Austin Trout told us, I will dictate the movement of this fight. Active feints, constant in and out. Both fighters undefeated in BKFC. The champion Austin Trout 3-0, the challenger Carlos Trinidad-Snake 6-0.
Hold the line. Back up, move it. Hold on. All right, you ready, sir? You ready, sir? Now go.
The bell, round number 1. Teal trunks for the champion Austin Trout. Blue trunks for the challenger Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Immediately to the front foot goes Austin Trout. There's the in and out. And right, well eluded by Trinidad-Snake. Stands for Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Listed at 6 foot to Austin Trout's 5'10". Jab to the body from Trout. The right hand. Left hand. That was clipping from Carlos Trinidad-Snake. To the body goes the champion Austin Trout.
And that's what he said he needed to do. Every time Trinidad-Snake leans back, he's got to lay to the body.
Step from Trout to the body. Big right hand. Oh, counter, and down goes Austin Trout. 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's the power difference.
7, 8.
Trinidad-Snake believes he has it. He showed a good punch.
Off the canvas, right back to it for Austin Trout. And a huge left hand from Carlos Trinidad-Snake.
That's got to give him a lot of confidence. You think sometimes in your first title fight, you're going to be tight. Not so here.
Long off the jab for Trinidad-Snake. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1 of our world title fight main event. The jab from Trout. To the body. Again down to the body, throwing it naked is Austin Trout.
He's got to be careful because that uppercut is coming if he keeps throwing that naked right hand to the body. Or left hand, I should say.
Again, there's that naked two to the body on the level change. Jab for Trinidad-Snake off the mark. 20 seconds remaining, round one.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Get your feet going. Get your feet going.
Take on the up jab, now the straight jab from Trinidad-Snake, doubling his jab. On the left hand, right hand. There's the right hand getting through the long jab from Trinidad-Snake, and we are through round one. Second round underway. Wide stance of Austin Trout.
Trinidad-Snake trying to do what he does best. That's get right into his range and not yours. And he can land punches and you can't.
Jab from Trout. Again, Trout looking to the body. Trout told us in our fighter meeting, my jab is not that important. Landing consistently my rear left hand from southpaw is vitally important. The jab to the body. Lowering his stance, Austin Trout. Tall stance now, opening that tall stance, Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Long jab off the mark. Fighters in the center circle. Exceedingly patient. Jab again to the body.
Trout has changed from throwing that naked two to the body to more the jab.
Rear left hand to the body. Danny Molina, the chief second of Carlos Trinidad-Snake, calling for volume from his fighter. Lowering his stance slightly, Carlos Trinidad-Snake.
Reset it. There you go.
On the clipping right hand, get a left hook to the body from Trout. Again, Trout to the body.
When he leaves, it's one go.
Fast jab from Trout. On the jab from Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Trout again to the body.
And I'm really surprised we haven't seen more uppercut attempts from Trinidad-Snake. His best punch.
10-second clock. Very late here in round number two. His left hook off the mark. Rear right hand off the mark for Trinidad-Snake. There is the bell. Next up, round three. Knuckle from Dan Mergliana starts the third round.
There you go. Yes. Work
As you can see, Carlos Trinidad-Snake sitting on that rear right uppercut.
He's sitting on those exactly where he's throwing too much yet.
Told us in our fighter meeting he would not force that punch. We say he would be opportunistic with that big rear right uppercut. On the back foot. Trinidad-Snake down the front foot, trying to cut the ring effectively. See the slickness of Austin Trout to the jab. But just off the mark. Great pull from Trinidad-Snake. 80 seconds remaining, round three. Chris, again, there was that naked two to the body from Austin Trout.
That's that dangerous punch he keeps following with, playing with, landing actually, but could be very dangerous. I'm not sure why I haven't seen too many uppercuts.
Heavy front shoulder now from Trinidad-Snake. The chest on the lateral movement from Trout. Trout circling out. Coming forward with the open chested stance. And just off the mark, good pull again from Trinidad-Snake. Jab from Trout, and then body. Trying to take Trinidad-Snake off his striking line, rear left hand to the body. 30 seconds remaining, round three. Now trying to pump the jabs. Rear left hand again to the body.
Just picking his opponent apart with these body shots.
Hook to the body. Late here in round number three. Undefeated BKFC Welterweight Champion Austin Trout versus undefeated challenger Carlos Trinidad-Snake for the belt. Next stop, round four. Here we go with round four. By design, taking himself backwards off the scratch to start the fourth round. Forward, Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Stiff jab from Trinidad-Snake.
Keep him there! Keep him there! Yes!
Punches to the body.
Yes! Shake that! Shake that! Yes! Jab shake! Jab shake!
Looking for the roll through. Stop moving from Austin Trout, but right now he's on his back foot. Jab to the body from Trout. That was clever. Jab to Trinidad-Snake. Things quiet now in this two-body crowd. Swing and a miss from Trout.
I mean,
It's a big right hand.
Trout's really the only one throwing with any significance at this point.
To the body. Trout continuing to target the body just like that with the left hand step in on cue of Carlos Trinidad-Snake.
I mean, the corner of Trinidad-Snake told him to keep him there, but he has to throw punches. You don't get points by just keeping him in a bad spot.
To the body. And now Carlos Trinidad-Snake on his front foot, but tentatively so. Right on his back foot, but then looking to roll through, explode in. Left hand, double left hand from Trout. Elusive miss. Trinidad-Snake with creativity from Trout, doubling his jab. 20 seconds remaining, round 4.
Just the body punches from Trout for winning him this fight so far.
1-2 to the body. In round number 2, Carlos Trinidad-Snake, excellent trainer Danny Molina. Fifth and final round underway.
Once again, Trinidad-Snake getting in position, but he has to do something when he's in position.
A left hook knock there from Trinidad-Snake.
Now would be the best time for that uppercut.
Stepping Trout just off the mark. Come to the body. And to the body goes Austin Trout. In then out. Jab off the mark from Trinidad-Snake. Trout taking himself off balance. Very sporting from Carlos Trinidad-Snake. He could have thrown a punch, he did not. Left hand step in. Left hook. And 1-2. 1:15 remaining in this fight. And the naked two to the body. Right hand on the turn from Trout. Jab from Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Right hand, there was a clever 2-1 and the left hand on the counter. So Trinidad-Snake trying to turn up the temperature. 55 seconds remaining in our main event. Trout back to the outside. Big step from Trinidad-Snake. Big jab from Trout. Then body. Step in, timed that beautifully on the turn. There's the break and the restart from Dan Morgliano. Trinidad-Snake trying to cut the ring. Overhand left from Trout. Trout on the feint with the jab. Trinidad-Snake coming forward in the final seconds. Overhand left from Trout. One jab. That is the end of our main event. We are going to a 6th round. This is the overtime round. So the 3 judges not determining a winner. We don't know the scorecards, but we know that we do not have a winner. Could be a straight draw, a split draw. Majority draw, it does not matter. Those are semantics. What matters is that we are in the overtime round. 6th and final round, Austin Trout versus Carlos Trinidad-Snake.
Trinidad-Snake has got to step up his volume.
Oh, the left hand from Trinidad-Snake.
Exactly what I said. He should come in for hard punches because you can see Trout is.
Hard left to the body. And has consistently landed that punch since the 2nd round. The jab from Trout lowering his stance. Short left hand from Trinidad-Snake. Overhand right from Trout.
Still haven't seen the uppercut that he kept talking about the entire time.
overtime round, the 6th and final round. Jab from Trout. Jab from Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Jab again off the mark. And body. Overhand right from southpaw for Austin Trout. To the inside, a very rare clinch sequence of this fight. Carlos Trinidad-Snake snatched the half-tie plug. Effectively defended exodus from Austin Trout. Heavy front shoulder. Doubling his lead right hand, Austin Trout. Opening his chest, Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Overhand right from Trout. Flick jab from Austin Trout. Jab again, jab right back from Carlos Trinidad-Snake. Right hand forward pressure. Into the clinch, there's the underhook from Austin Trout. Half-tie plumb again, right hand on the exit. The bell, now that officially is the end of our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 championship rounds and 1 overtime round, our judges send in a split decision. Brian Miner, 57-56 in favor of Trout. David Peabody, 58-55 in favor of Trinidad. And Judge Ali, 58-55 to the winner by split decision. And still undefeated BKFC World Welterweight Champion, Austin, no doubt.